What's up, legends? I'm excited to say that I finally received back my graded return from Beckett. It definitely took quite a bit longer than I expected. It was supposed to take up to 3 months, but it ended up taking about 4 months. So it seems like a lot of the companies, even PSA, is backed up quite a bit right now. But I'm excited to finally have these in my hand. But today we are going to play Guess the Energy. Guess the grade. Too soon? So what I actually did 4 months ago, I actually filmed footage of each of these cards to show the condition before I sent them off. And so what I'm going to do is be showing that footage and then unveiling the final grade for that card. And so you guys, hope you'll play at home. Make sure you comment below and let us know what you think each grade deserves before we reveal it. And I think it'll be fun. And guys, I still have yet to even grade a 10 from Beckett, and not just a black label, which would be crazy to get, but even just a pristine 10. I don't think people realize how difficult even a pristine 10 is to get from BGS, and it's actually quite an accomplishment if you do, because those cards even command a premium higher than PSA 10s in a lot of cases. So I'm hoping we can get our first one today, and who knows, maybe even a black label. A guy can dream, can't he? Let's get into it. Now real quick, I have to show you guys this awesome case that was sent to me by Panoply. It's a really high quality graded card case. It honestly feels really nice. It looks really sleek. I love the all black look of it. You can see that it actually has a combination lock, which is very useful, as well as a handle. So, you know, if you're going to a convention or Collecticon, unfortunately there has been a lot of theft more recently, so having some locks on your stuff, very important. And of course, you're going to need to be carrying it around. Now, personally, I actually just use it here in my office to store a lot of my cards. So let me show you the inside real quick. Looks really cool in here. We got 4 rows. They also make some other products with a single row, 2 rows, and 3. But of course, why not go for the 4 so you have room to grow? As you can see, I have some of my stuff stored in here. We have all of my Beckett cards back here. And you can see they fit pretty well. There's just a little bit of room beside them, not very much. Let's see what else we got here. There's a big guy right there. So yeah, especially with the if you put them with the other cases like them, they do usually stack together for CGC and Beckett. I'm guessing PSA is the same way. And we do actually have a PSA card back here. You can kind of see how that fits. A little bit more room on the side because it's a little bit slimmer of a case. But the nice thing about these is they also come with these nice foam dividers. So these are actually, they feel like really high quality, and the sides are the same material, so that gives it the padding. So as they're bumping around in there, they're not going to be damaged. And what you can do is use them to organize your cards, or you can also use it to kind of basically keep it from bumping around in there if you are not able to fill up an entire row. You'll see up here, we got kind of like a mesh foam as well. So yeah, I feel like it's great for protecting the cards. And I actually keep other things in here besides my graded cards. Also got some different top-loaded cards in here as well. Got some Star Wars and Pokémon. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. And MetaZoo. I also even keep my one-touches in here. Got a few cool Star Wars cards we'll just show off real quick. And those kind of go in there. They definitely have a lot more room in there, but again, just use the dividers, and yeah, they'll kind of keep it in place there. So yeah, I really enjoy this case. Again, thank you, Panoply, for sending me this. If you guys are interested in picking one up, it is available on Amazon. You can go to my Amazon store in the link in the description below, and I'll also provide a dedicated link to this particular product here with the 4 rows. So just wanted to show you guys that real fast, especially because we'll be wanting to store our cards in here for our unveiling in just a moment. But here we go. Let's get into it. We actually have our box from Beckett, quite a bit heavier than our previous one, which had a lot less cards than we have today. So let's go ahead and break the seal. All right, we got to be very careful as we're opening this. We don't want to spoil anything. But we do, of course, need to know what the card is that we're pulling out. Okay, so it looks like they're all in the middle here. I don't think this will spoil it if we keep it off to the side here. We've got quite a few in here, so we may not get them all done in this video. We may have to make this a two-parter. But guys, here we go. I'm gonna kind of cover up the top because even the back will kind of give away slightly what it could be. Yeah, and interestingly enough, our very first one here is actually not a Pokemon card. This is actually our Star Wars Mandalorian Chrome Grogu card, Baby Yoda. Oh man. So here's what he looks like on the front. And by the way, we have other, we have Pokemon, we have a few MetaZoo and a few Star Wars, but plenty of Pokemon to look forward to. But anyway, here is the footage for Grogu, and let me know what you think. They have these short print comic covers here that are really cool. I don't really generally like most of the cards from those Chrome sets, but I like these ones because they are kind of like artwork, hand drawn. So this one is pretty cool, and Grogu tends to be a very desirable character in Star Wars collectible fandom. Take a look at our corners here. Front looking great on the corners and edges, and I would say pretty much perfect centering on the front as well. You could argue maybe slightly right heavy, but I don't know, that's probably as good as it gets, honestly. Not quite as perfect on the back as far as the centering goes. Again, by the way, this is a numbered one, 43 of 99. That's what gives it the blue border. All right, so let's see. Top here, it's gonna be hard to find whitening on a white back here. Hopefully that will work out in our favor. Yeah, corners and edges look great. As far as the surface goes, I think the back is looking pretty good. And I forgot to point it out on the front. So this one has this weird thing that I cannot figure out what it is. It looks like a smudge mark, but I can't get it off, and it doesn't even seem to be raised or anything. I don't know if you can see, like right in this area, there's like a little, there it is. You can kind of almost see like a little something. It looks like a smudge mark to me. And when I put my finger over it, it feels completely flat. So I don't know if it's scratching. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So I don't know. That part is unfortunate because everything else looks really great on this. I would probably say 9.5 centering, 10 edges and corners, and then I don't know. They might give me a 9 for that little issue there on the surface. So we shall see. All right, legends. Make sure you lock in your answers, comment below. Of course, you can always edit your comment as you go along with each of your guesses. I believe I guess a 9.5 for this one. Here we go. We have a 9.5. Okay, we'll take it. Oh man, a very strong 9.5 at that. Let's go. That's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I knew the surface would not get a 10. I'm actually surprised it didn't get lower than a 9.5. Wow, we got centering a 10, corners 9.5, edges 9.5. All right, well, I'm pretty happy about that. That looks really nice. This is actually my first graded Star Wars card. So yeah, we'll see what we'll do about that. I actually have 2 copies of this. I don't know, I might sell that one or we'll see. But we'll go ahead and stick that guy nice and snugly in our Panoply little graded card case. Okay, we're on to our next one though. I think I spotted that this one is a Pokemon card. Let's find out here. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. It is a Pokemon card. We have the Rayquaza VMAX. All right, guys, here is the footage of Rayquaza VMAX. Let me know what you think. This one is definitely a beauty. Let's take a look at everything here. As far as centering, I feel like left to right, the left seems slightly heavier than, or sorry, the right seems slightly heavier than the left, I mean. It's kind of hard to tell top to bottom. That seems pretty good to me. Let's take a look at our corners here. Not seeing any issues there as far as surface. It's going to be hard to tell, but I don't see any issues with that either on the front. Let's take a look at the back. Centering on this, maybe not perfect, but really not bad at all. Top to bottom, maybe you could tell the top is slightly heavier, or slightly thicker than the bottom, I should say. But they're not too far off. It may be slightly like lopsided. Left to right. Yeah, again, you might say the right side is slightly heavier than the left, but really not bad at all. Let's take a look at edges and corners. Honestly, those seem pretty perfect to me. Quick look at the surface, no scratching or anything like that. Yeah, I don't see anything. Honestly, I think this one also has a shot at a gold label 10. And I would say I would probably give this 10s on everything except the centering, maybe a 9.5 for the centering. But you never know. Depending on the grader, they might be a little more forgiving on that. I really don't see anything wrong with this card other than that. All right, this is actually a card that I pulled myself. We actually pulled it twice, and this one was the better of the two. All right, guys. Again, lock in your answers in the comments below. I don't know. I've had a good feeling about this one, but we'll see. We have a 9.5. What? And what is going on here? What in the world? The label is off. Why is the label to the side like that? Oh, interesting. We got 10s on centering surface, on corners, edges, and surface, but the centering was a 9. Man, what is the deal with this? They did not put the label in correctly. Man, that's kind of disappointing. I mean, 9.5 is still a solid grade for this, but I don't know. I don't know if I can knock it over where it's supposed to be. What in the world, Beckett? All right, that's a little bit unfortunate. All right. Well, let's keep the ball rolling with our next one. Let's see what we have here. Oh, okay. Oh man, this could be a big one. Honestly, to me, this was probably the best card of the entire one as far as condition goes. I don't know. I may have to save this one, honestly. That one's a big one. Let's go ahead and stick that one to the back here. I don't know. But if that Rayquaza didn't get a 10, then I don't know. Let's keep it moving. We'll move on to the next one. I do want to save that one, because that one is, I think, a decent one. All right, we got another Star Wars card. Our other one, this one is from Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy. Go ahead and show you the footage of that. All right, I'm excited to be grading my first Star Wars cards here. What we have here is the Galaxy Within Grass featuring Darth Vader. It is a numbered card, 21 out of 50. The Mojo Refractor from Star Wars Galaxy 2022. Really cool card. It's a pretty pricey one in and of itself. So more or less I'm getting this graded to protect it. Hopefully it'll increase the value some, but super sweet Vader card. Let's take a look. I mean, centering on the front, you definitely can tell the centering with these 2022 cards better than you could in 2021 because they got the black borders. Definitely very right heavy and top heavy. So not perfect, maybe a 9 on centering, at least as far as the front goes. Let's take a look at corners. Maybe a little white dot there. I've never graded Topps cards, so this is definitely different, having these square edges like this. Corners actually look really solid on the front. All right, the back centering's not great. Not as bad as the front in my opinion though. Slightly bottom heavy, slightly left heavy. Kind of the same, pretty consistent with the front, but maybe just not as pronounced. Definitely maybe some edge wear there. Corners seems okay to me. So you got this little white thing there. I'm trying to figure out if that is whitening or part of the design. I think it might actually be whitening, unfortunately. Say a little white dot at the corner there. Maybe a little going on there. All right, this is gonna be a little bit harder, I think, than the Pokemon cards to guess, but I'm gonna say maybe 9 centering. I didn't get a good look at the surface. Let's see, surface. We'll say 10 surface, 9.5 corners, 9.5 edges. That's what I'm gonna go with. All right, Legends, we guessed an overall 9.5, and we have a 9.5, of course. All right, let's take a good look at that one. That's pretty cool. I'm okay with that. 10 would have been nice, but I knew the centering was not great. And centering got a 9.5, but the edges got a 9. I didn't realize that they were that bad. Okay, but still a fantastic Darth Vader card, 21 out of 50, with the Mojo refractor on it. Again, it was a good guess, and I think that is still a solid grade, but still have yet to see a 10. Next in here. Okay, this is a cool one here. Special delivery Charizard. These ones are super tough to grade. I was literally just looking them up, and there are literally no black labels of this card. And the 10 is a pop 3. Now, I don't know if we're going to get a pop 3, especially on this one. This one looks to be the one that I guessed to be a 9 because the centering's not as good. I could be wrong about that. We'll have to, I'll make sure and look up the footage to make sure I know which one is which. But all right, here it is. All right, this one, centering on the front, not perfect, slightly left heavy. And edges and corners don't seem bad on the front. Yeah, the back here is where the centering is a lot more off, very bottom heavy, slightly crooked as well. Left to right's not too bad. Might be a little bit of whitening up there, very minimal. This corner does kind of almost have like a little bit of a lip to it. Little ding, so it's not cut very well. This corner might have a little white dot on there. I can't really see, maybe not. So let's look at the surface. Anything going on there? Yeah, I don't know, not a bad copy. Forgot to check the surface on the front here. I don't know, I want to go 9 centering, maybe 9 corners, maybe 10 edges, 10 surface. We will find out. All right, and for our grade, we have a 9. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I expected for this one. Again, a super difficult one to grade. This is a pop 184 and a 9. Still a really cool one. And if we do get a higher grade for the other one, maybe I'll keep this one in my collection because I still think it's really, really sweet. But yep, there you have it. The Silver Label Mint 9. All right, next up. Oh, we got quite a variety here. They didn't put them in the same order, I don't think, that I stuck them in here. Centering is not as good as I remember, but of course you'll be able to see it on the footage right here. All right, here we go. Let's see what we have here. Not too bad. Nothing obviously wrong with the corners or edges on the front, other than the corners being slightly miscut. I think the main issue here, I think, is the centering. I think left to right is not too bad, maybe slightly heavier on the left side, but the bottom is, I think, more obviously more heavy than the top. It's a little thinner on the top. Not too bad though. I mean, when you have something that's off-centered, if it's going to be that where the you kind of want it more so where the top is less heavy than the bottom, but that's just me. All right, as far as back goes, yeah, the centering's even much better on the back. It's like slightly lopsided with the way it's cut, and it's weird how different the centering is on the back compared to the front. I feel like left to right is pretty good, top to bottom, maybe slightly heavier on the top, but the main issue is just that it's slightly lopsided. All right, let's take a look at our edges and corners here. Yeah, the corners also, they almost kind of bend in slightly. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, and that's based on, well, I don't know what's based on, because I was going to say that with the way they're placed in the little Charizard UPC sleeves, but I'm not really sure actually. Might be a little bit of a edge thing going on there. You can kind of see it in this light. So that might be, I don't know if that's a corner issue. I don't know. Corners, I would say, yeah, I don't know. If they're going to do it based on the cut, I would say more like 9. But 9.5 if they don't do it based on that. Just mostly because of this little issue up there. I would say centering, 9. I think edges and... what's the other category? Edges and surface. I think those could get a 10 potentially. So that's probably an overall 9.5, I would assume. All right, there you have it. Get your guesses in below. Again, this is also one that has no black labels in existence. It's only a Pop 2 for a 10, which I don't think that this one's a 10, but it's in a 9.5, it's a Pop 206. So definitely a very difficult promo to grade. They did not come in very condition in those UPCs, but here we go. Let's find out what we have today. We got a 9. I think it's kind of to be expected, but I think we had guessed a 9.5 for both of these. And interesting, we did have 10 on 2 of our grades, but centering was a 9 and corners was a 9. Yeah, I could see that. The centering on this one, not the best. Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't remember even sending in one with centering that looked like this. Maybe it's because the back looked better. Yeah, the back centering is really good. Maybe that's why I did it. Not completely what you want to see for a modern card, but still a solid grade. Still good for my collection, whichever one I decide to keep, because I just really like the art on that card. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're almost halfway through. Let's go through a few more, and then we may have to continue this in another part. Oh, okay, this is one I'm really excited about. We got Raichu EX, and this one was in pretty fantastic condition, I will say. Here is the footage. All right, this one was a Whatnot purchase as well. You never quite know. You can see some of the condition on Whatnot, but it's always, a little bit of a blurry sort of camera thing going on there. But anyway, this is a really sweet card. I'm pretty sure it's pretty low pop as well, so it'd be really cool to get something good on this one. All right, let's take a look at everything. First, just centering. It honestly looks pretty great to me. Seems pretty perfect on the front. All right, so as far as edges go, I don't see much going on with the edges. Those seem great to me. As far as surface, let's see if we can see any scratching or anything like that on the hollow. I don't know. I'm not seeing too much, honestly. There might be like some little minor scuffs down here. I kind of want to give this, well, let's look at the back first, sorry. Getting ahead of myself. The back, there's that corner. Man, super clean card. All right, well, you saw how clean that was as far as the edges and the corners there. Let's look at centering. Man, centering looks great too. I don't know. Again, this is an old card. I don't know. They're probably going to grade it pretty harshly. I don't know. But so as far as surface goes, I don't see much going on the back either. Personally, I want to give this, I don't know, guys. This is, I'm probably way off, but I want to give this probably a 9 on surface and then 10 on everything else. I'm sure it would still come out to that might be a 10. Yeah, there's no way. I don't know if we're going to get a 10, but I don't know. I don't really see any reason why this couldn't get a 10, even though it's very unlikely, but curious to know what you guys think in the comments. Alright guys, this is a pretty low pop card in general. There's literally no pristine 10s, only 11 9.5, so that's what we had guessed, so it'd be nice to get that, and even only 9 9s. So let's unveil our grade here for this really cool Raichu card. We got a 9. Alright. Man, they're grading really hard on us in this little lot right here. Man, what in the world? Like, what is wrong with this card? I mean, you saw the footage, so you can tell me what you saw, but they gave it 9.5 centering, 9 corners, 9 surface. Man, I know the surface is rough, especially with these sort of hollow borders. It's really difficult to grade. And edges 10, but I think a 9 for this. Again, it's still pretty low pop, a 9 pop, so yeah, we'll take it. Well guys, like I said, I don't want these videos to be too long, and so we are going to split this into 2 parts. Thank you for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2, where we'll open up the rest of this box and unveil our grades. Let me know how you did in the comments below as far as your guesses. And if you haven't yet, check out one of these videos here on screen, one of our other Beckett openings, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe below to support the channel. And lastly, I want to let you know that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. God is with you and He loves you, and with you too. I'll catch you guys next time.